Welcome back, family. We're here for the Final Order Cutoff Picks of Interest for April 22nd. Now, I did notice a few of these books, they do say Final Order Cutoff will be April 21st, which is a Sunday. So if you've seen this video and there's something on here that you want to pay attention to, I wouldn't wait till the last second. Even though it's Final Order Cutoff, it really should be final. Anyway, what do we mean by Picks of Interest? Well, this is Team Ohana. My name is Rich, and I am here to try to point out some books that just might be. I don't want them to fly under the radar for you. We've got anything that I see as a number one. So if you've got a new series, a new mini series, a one shot, whichever, want to make sure that you are aware of it, that it is coming out. If we have a number two of a certain book, so if you picked up a number one, just walking through the store and said, "Hey, I want to try this book," and you liked it. Well, this is your reminder. You want to continue reading the story, order the book. So I just do a courtesy reminder for number twos. Second printings, third printings, 12th printings, whichever of number ones or key books, I do try to point those out. I will not be going through all of the Void Rivals, Transformers, Cobra Commanders, and everything else because I think they're just getting a little bit ridiculous. Anything that has any type of cover art, which is interesting, I try to make sure I got that too. And anything that has a key appearance or a key storyline, again, something that I'll point out. One other thing is if you have a subscription to a book through your Final Order, through your LCS, subscriptions cover 12 issues for 12 months. So this is a reminder. There are none this week that I saw, but I will say that giant size, king size, and annuals are outside of the subscription. So you might be subscribed to the Amazing Spider-Man, but then when his annual comes out, you don't get it and you're wondering why. It's not part of it. You have to go on and order it separately. So when I see those books, annuals, king size, and giant size, I'll point them out to you so you can keep your collection complete. All right, so let's get into this list. Before we continue this, though, I would like to remind everybody, please, if you wouldn't mind, smash that like button. It does help with the algorithm to help YouTube say, hey, let's recommend this video to other people. It helps grow the channel and help us get to 1,500 subscribers, where we'll be giving our next giveaway away. Why not? We just passed 1250. We had our winners, not just for the 1250, but for the live stream announcement of it. And it was so much fun. We're going to do it again. And just to let everybody know ahead of time, I've already picked the books. So the winner of the 1,500 subscriber giveaway is going to get a Last Ronin director's cut to read and a regular cover A Last Ronin. You thought that this was going to be the giveaway? No, a regular Last Ronin to keep inside the bag. So they're going to be able to read one, the director's cut, and have the full issue itself. And we're going to do that again with a live stream announcement. And the live stream announcement, if you guys have watched the videos, you know Greg and I did a review of the comic capsule, at which point I took a book, I put it in the comic capsule, and I tossed it across the room to see how well it held up. That's how much I believed in it. I still have that book inside here. And somebody in that live stream is going to walk away with a Hulk 102. So help us get to 1,500 subscribers. Really would appreciate it so we can give these books to you. All right, so let's jump right into this. Starting with Image Comics, we have Monolith is a 3-book series. Now, I just want to say we've got several books here from Image, and I would like to just go on record and say thank you, Image, because every book on their list is either $2.99 or $3.99. Thank you for keeping things affordable for the average collectors. So, again, we have Monolith, which is a Sean Lewis story, miniseries premiere. Again, it's only three issues, but what's interesting is that there is a cover B, I believe. Yes, the cover B is a Todd McFarlane. So you've got a cover. You know what? I'm going to order one of these for me, just because I want to have another McFarlane in my collection. Why not, right? Okay, so you see that little green box? I've added it to my collection. So if you want to be like me, God help you. If you want to be like me and order a Monolith, one or cover A or the McFarlane cover B, again, they're both $2.99. Thank you, Image. I appreciate that. We have Rat City #2. So for all you guys that picked up Rat City #1 and liked it and want to continue reading, this is your reminder to get it onto your poll list, because this is a Final Order Cutoff for it. We have Redcoat #2. Another reminder for you guys, if you like Redcoat #1, there's #2. Saint Mercy Godland, number 2 of 4. Also from Image, another reminder. This is one of the only one I think that said it hit $3.99, or maybe the red coat did. I'm not sure of that. But from Boom Studios, man, we haven't hit Something Is Killing the Children for a while. I'm finding this cover F from Trevor Hairsine. I'm not sure of the pronunciation. I don't ever remember seeing this artist's name, but I love this perspective. It's kind of like Little Shop of Horrors, but in my worst nightmare. Okay. And it does say it is a FOC reveal. I don't know what reveal it is, but I really like the look of cover F, so I'm getting one of those for myself. From Boom Studios, we have Uncanny Valley, number 2 of 6. So if you liked number 1 from Tony Fleeks' new offering, you might want to add number 2 to your list. Jumping over to DC, actually, we have 2 covers that I thought were kind of cool. Nothing hits the criteria for being a number 1, a number 2, a first appearance that I see on the Final Order Cutoff. But we do have a couple of Lobo appearances on alternate covers. We have Action Comics 1065, the cover B from Jorge Jimenez, and it's just showing Lobo on his motorcycle trying to go against, it looks like that's a bicycle, which God help the chain and the bearings trying to keep up with Superman's pedaling, but whoa. Okay, so that's a cool cover. If you like collecting your Lobo, that's a good one. A better one, though. A better one. Seriously. Guys, look at this for a second. Tell me that doesn't look like Greg. And of all covers, Greg's favorite character, Green Lantern. So you got Lobo looking like Greg, giving Green Lantern a noogie. I sent this to him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I've already have it ordered." I'm like, "Of course you do. Of course you do." So yes, Green Lantern number 11. We have another Lobo cover with I wish that could be me, but that's no. He was giving it more to Kingpin. I could see it being more like me. Anyway, Green Lantern number 11, another Lobo cover, and that wraps up DC. All right, so jumping into Marvel, we have the Spider-Man number 50. I'm not really that crazy about this cover. There's a different cover though that might be investable. I'll discuss in a second. Now that we hit Marvel, you notice the price jump. Now we're up at $10. Jeez. So we have the Green Goblin returning in this massive issue. So I'm massive. Okay, only a double-sized main story. Okay, so it is a double-sized book, so it kind of justifies at $10, but not, because I'm wondering how many of those extra pages are extra ads. Yeah, this is the cover A. But what I find interesting is something related to this. So we have the Ivan Coelho black costume variant. Doesn't say B, C, whatever. And it's a decent cover. It really is. But what's interesting is if you continue on the list on Previews World, we have the John Tyler Christopher Virgin negative space variant. But that's not a negative space variant. They put the wrong picture on here. So I have one of these ordered because negative space variants, a lot of times they are really good and people want to they get them, especially ones that they miss. This has a potential of being one of those ones that they miss. If people are just scanning through and not reading the font on all couple thousand of these books every week, they may not notice that this is supposed to be a negative space and just think it's another version of the book that I just showed you before this, the Coelho book. So if you're a John Tyler Christopher negative space variant fan, I don't have any idea what this is going to look like, but you might want to grab yourself one. They are $10, so just caveat emptor. This is not the last time we're talking about negative space variant today. So I never point out the posters, okay? And usually the posters you can just pick up in the stores. But I know there's a lot of Scotty Young fans out there, and I'm going to zoom in on this. you can see that this is a 24 by 36 wide ways, and it's got a lot of characters that he's drawn. So if you love seeing those little baby characters and you want to get a poster, or if you know somebody that is a baby variant of the John Taylor Christopher, Scotty Young. Why am I still saying John Taylor Christopher? It's a negative brain variant. Anyway, if you love Scotty Young's baby variants and you would like to get a poster to throw up on your wall to show your love for it, this is a really cool one to get. So that's all I want. And I'm not going to point out all the other posters. I just wanted to make sure that you guys were aware of this one. Although the Storm poster really looks cool this week too. Ultimate Black Panther #1 4th printing. They call this a variant. They also have a blank sketch variant that also says a variant, also a 4th printing. I don't see a cover A for the 4th printing on the list. So maybe they forgot to add it or whatever. Previews World is not perfect, but sometimes the opportunity of their mess up can help our collectability, our collections grow in price. Ultimates #1. The Ultimates return to greatness, spinning out of John Hickman and Stefano Caselli's Ultimate Universe 1. So if you want like the Ultimates idea and you want to continue it looks like we have another. I think it's part of the same storyline. It might not be. I haven't read it yet. I don't know. So let's find out together because I have one ordered. Now this is a negative space variant. This is what a negative space variant looks like. Not like that Spider-Man and not like another book coming up later on. John Taylor Christopher, negative space variant of Ultimates #1. Iron Man there. And I'm not crazy about the gray, but whichever. That was supposed to be silver, but it's not. Union Jack, the Ripper. This is part of the Blood Hunt line, and we have a #1, a new series. Probably gonna be limited. What do you figure? 4 books? So you might want to get that one if you're following the Blood Hunt storyline. You might need to pick that one up to know what everything's going on. Moving over to Dynamite, we have Gargoyles Quest #2. If you like the Gargoyles #1 and you want to continue reading it, this is where you would make sure that you don't forget it. Also, I just wanted to mention that the cover A is drawn by Clayton Crane. Hercules #2. Same thing applies. If you read #1 and you liked #2, sorry, you want to continue reading, don't forget to add #2. Now, this says negative space. That's not a negative space. That's more of a color bleed than anything else, but that is not a negative space. Good picture of Meg, though. And this one, hang on. Yes, you see SRP of $100. Jeez. All right, now I can't poo-poo it too much because this is the Hercules #2 Cover G Metal Premium. I'm going to bring myself back to full size here for a second. Whoa, almost hit remove. Don't want to kick myself out. I have a metal premium. Okay, that's what it is. It's a regular comic book which has a full size painted on aluminum sheet metal added to it. Okay, it's actually added to it. And Dynamite Entertainment, when you get this, it comes sealed and it says certificate of authenticity on the back. This was by Lilo and Stitch #1 Nakayama. And yes, I was able to get one off of eBay. I think I paid like $85 plus shipping because when I clicked on this, clicked on this one, it said that my store was not accepting orders for it. And I told them about it. They're like, I don't know why it didn't accept it. I'm like, well, I found it for a little bit cheaper than cover price. Remember, when stores get this, they don't pay $100 to sell it to you for $100. They might pay $50 to sell it to you for $100. On a $3 book, there's, they might cost them $1.50 and they make $1.50, towards paying the rent and the bills and everything else. So, somebody else was buying them and put them up on eBay for $85. So if you like the metal versions of these books and you want to get one, you can look on eBay or secondary locations as well. That being said, yes, to me, Stitch is a bigger I'm much more of a Stitch fan than I am a Hercules fan. And I think that the Nakayama cover is amazing. I think this is okay. It's a good version of what the cartoon looked like. But I mean, Francisco Tomaselli, absolutely. But Hercules doesn't make me go cool like Stitch does. So to me, meh, I wouldn't spend $100 on it. That's for sure. All right, moving on. We have from Oni Press, Aragon Brutalizer of Gods #1 second printing. So if you like collecting your second printings, or you just missed the first one and you want to pick up so you can read it for $5.99, you can add it to your collection. New one from Dark Horse, we have Beyond the Pale from Christopher Emgard. And I'm going to give that one a shot, see how it is. We have Critical Role Vox Machina Origins 4 #1. That's a mouthful. From Dark Horse Comics. If you love the Vox Machina and you want to get yourself another little mini-series, then here you go. Come on, coffee cup, get out of the way. Stopping my mouse. From AWA, we have, this is a one-shot. This is Death Ratioed. From Mark Russell. So if you follow his writings and you want to find out what he's got in his little one-shot book, you go for it. Dark Horse Comics, we have Dudley Dawson and the Forever Machine #2. So if you liked #1 and you want to continue reading it, there's your reminder. Godzilla, Mechagodzilla 50th Anniversary #1. This is the cover A. If you're a Godzilla fan, you want to get an IDW book for only $6.99, then you go right ahead. And there was a few, I think there was a couple of Godzilla books in Marvel. They were more like omnibuses, and they were $100. So if that is something that you're interested in, you can go back to the Marvel section and look at it. I don't push the $100 books. What I thought was interesting about the metal premium is, I think they're becoming more popular in collecting. So people want to get in on the ground floor, get some of the original ones. That's why I pointed it out. From Dark Horse Comics, we get Goon, Them That Don't Stay Dead #2. So if you liked your Goon #1 and you want to continue reading it, there's your reminder. We have a new series from Gun Honey Collision Course #1. This is a new run, and it just has a new heart racing series. It doesn't say mini series or anything, and of course it wouldn't be Gun Honey without the bagged versions. And you have cover G looking like that, and FOC Carafana nude bagged. I kind of like that one better. They're both good, but I think this one looks a little bit better. Maybe it's the background coloring that's really good. Yeah, sure is the background coloring. Sarah, yeah, it is. Okay, we have IDW with Monster High Pride 2024 #1. I believe there's a cover A and a B for this. That's actually a pretty cool cover, though. We have Silicon Bandits from Magma Comics #2. So if you like #1 and you want to continue reading it, this kind of looks like a, what do you call it, the Abbey Road cover. We have Star Trek Celebrations #1, cover A. This is celebrating the LGBTQIA+ characters from across the Star Trek universe. Now, what's really cool about this, if you think about it, if you are a collector of Star Trek autographs, there's a lot of characters that you can get signed onto one book. So that's a pretty good one there. All right, so we have TMNT, The Last Ronin 2, Re-Evolution #2. If you liked #1 and you want to continue reading it, there's your reminder. Coming towards the end of it, William of Newbury #1 from Dark Horse Comics. And finally, we have Wrong Earth, Dead Ringers #2 of 5. There's your reminder. So if you read #1 and you want to continue reading it, please, by all means, add it to your list. So I'd like to know, did I miss any books? Are there any keys, any storylines, any first appearances, anything that I missed that you would like to let me know, please drop it down in the comments down below. It's not just for me, it's for everybody else that watches the video. So we all have a chance to add those to our poll list as well. Remember, we're all one big community. We kind of try to help each other. Speaking of helping, if you'd like to help the channel and join us either as a YouTube member or a Patreon member, would greatly be appreciated. Patreon is /TeamOhana, and YouTube members is right down below. Don't forget also, we do have a shop set up, which I've got to see if I can get some more varieties up there. And I got to talk to Greg because he's a bit more savvy on this kind of stuff than I am. I know there's other things that once you click on the shop, you can see other items that you don't see down below. And I want to see, how can I get those added? Or maybe they only show 4 items at a time. But I think I want to order one of the coffee mugs myself. I mean, nothing wrong with having a Stitch, but it's a Halloween mug, and I would like to have a Team Ohana mug here. Although, just to be fair, we'll say it is a 12-ounce mug, and this is a 16-ounce Mama Jamma. Guys, thank you so much for joining. Hopefully you had some fun here on Saturday morning/afternoon with me. Enjoy your day, enjoy your weekend, and click like, subscribe. Don't forget to click on notifications so you know when more videos are dropping. Can't wait to see you in the next video. Until I do, mahalo.